What's going on, guys? It is me, Eric Young, and I'm coming back at you with some new real estate news, market, and update. So let me start by canvassing what it was like to buy a home just a couple of months ago in three different sectors, right? The first sector being the new construction, second, resale, and the third, vacation home and secondary home market, okay? So if you were looking for a home a couple of months ago, you go into a new home community and you see a home that you like. You go to the salesperson and say, Mr. and Mrs. Salesperson, I really like this home. Let me give you the money and let's do the paperwork. They're gonna say, come to my office, that's really good news. Let me get your name and your phone number. And I'm gonna put that name and the phone number in a pile of paper. And in that pile of paper, there's gonna be about 500,000 names on it. Obviously, I'm exaggerating, but you get my point, right? There's a long waiting list. So today, if you go to the same community, there are going to be no waiting list. In fact, a couple of months ago, when there is a home for sale, they're gonna ask a pool of buyers for the highest offer, the best offer, and the most qualified buyer to buy that home. Now, they're coming back with incentives for you to buy their house. Some of those incentives could be buying your points down so you can afford their homes, right? So that's what's going on in the new construction sector. Resale, on the other hand, a couple of months ago, you see a home that you like, you say, Eric, I really like this home. I want to put an offer on it. Okay, great. Let's get the paperwork done. I'll submit it, and I'll come back and say, hey, there's gonna be 30 other offers on the table. So the competition was really high just a couple of months ago. Now, depending on where the home is, depending on what the price point is, and depending on where the location is, you're roughly looking at about 3 offers to 1 home, okay? So it cooled down a lot. Secondary home and vacation home rentals are about the same. They're still holding strong, but they're taking just a little bit longer to sell, okay? So it looks like we're really trending towards more into a normal market here in Central Florida. Although the inventory is still low, home builders are not building fast enough. They're not caught up with the homes that they've already sold, right? The people are still moving in to Florida. In fact, there's more people moving in from Florida than there are people moving out. So the people that have already moved here that couldn't find a home, they're now renting. Their lease is almost up, so they're now looking out there to buy again, right? So the market is turning towards more of a healthier market. Now, let's talk about interest rates, okay? 30-year fixed rates just last year was about 2.9%. Now, 5.3%. Dropped down a little bit from last week, which is good news, right? 15-year mortgages, 2.2 last year, and now 4.45%. Also dropped 0.8% from just a week ago. Adjustable rate mortgages are now on the rise. What that means is that there are mortgage products out there that will let you pay a fixed rate for about 3 to 5 years before it adjusts to what the current rate market is. So that's some good news. So right now, if you're looking to buy a home this week, it's about 5% cheaper than it was last week. So mortgage rate wise or mortgage payment wise, it's about $100 less. So good news for you if you're a buyer. So in my mind, yes, the overall market is shifting, but could it also just be in shock, right? Because the theory is that when buyers hear that there is a market rate, interest rate hike, there's an external pressure for them to buy the home, to go shopping before it gets too late, right? So it's kind of like FOMO. So every time when there is word that there will be an interest rate hike, there's an external pressure for buyers to buy that home. It's kind of like a vicious cycle, right? So my advice to you here, if you are a seller, consider putting your home on the market sooner rather than later, because there are more inventory now, now than there was last year or the last couple of months ago. In fact, this week there was about 223 new homes up for sale. So if inventory goes up and the interest rate goes up, buyer demand goes down, so it won't be looking as good as it was for you a couple of months ago. So consider putting your home on the market sooner rather than later, okay? So as an advice for your buyers, if you're a buyer in the Orlando Central Florida market, right? Perhaps maybe it's a good time for you to go out there and shop. Like I said before, inventory has gone up, builders are now giving more incentives, so now there's less pressure for you and more options, right? And if you're an investor, yes, I know that the rates are going up and it cuts into your profits, right? But let me tell you, there are still good deals to be found out there. You just need to hire an agent like myself that's competent and aggressive enough to kind of make the numbers work for you, right? So I hope that this video serves you well. I hope that it gives you some insight and some good advice. And if it did, do me a favor, please, and smash that like button, hit that subscribe for new content and new news and updates. Thank you for watching this video. My name is Eric Young, Preferred Real Estate Brokers, Broker Associate. I'll see you later.